Hi everyone, I wanted to give you a quick tutorial on Microsoft Planner. So when you sign in to Microsoft 365 with your UT student account, you'll be taken to this as the home page. You're going to go to Apps, and then over here on this side, you'll hit All, and then Microsoft Planner is over here. So it's if you have a smaller screen, it'll be like down here, but just look for Microsoft Planner and you'll be able to make your Game Jam task board. Now, remember that we have a short period of time for the Game Jam, so the reason I'm having you do this is so that you can prioritize the parts of your game that need to make it in so that it's functional. So you can kind of see what I've got here. So I've got an on hold, major pieces, the micro tasks up next, in progress and completed. Now you can add more buckets. You don't have to use all of these necessarily if you don't want to. So if you want to take out, for example, on hold and major pieces and just break everything down into micro tasks, perfectly fine. The reason I do it this way is on hold allows me to step back. So I have sounds in there. So if I am working on my game, and I'm like, ooh, don't know if I'm going to have time to actually get to that and make it work within the framework of my game, I can put it back here in the on hold, and that lets it still be a part of the project. If I do have time, I can come back to it, but it's not in the overall task board. And then I break mine down into major pieces because this is going to help you with the micro tasks. So a lot of times I see students do micro tasks, but really they're major pieces. So in their micro tasks, they'll say writing. Well, what part of the writing? Are you writing dialogue? Are you writing choices? Are you writing puzzles? What is it that you're actually doing? So I have writing as one of my major pieces. Now, if I want, I can click on it and I can actually add a checklist to this. So I can put my micro tasks in these in the major pieces as well. So let's say A, B, endings, and alt paths is what we'll put here. So now I have that, and you can also check your progress here. So I can put it as in progress, and then you can check these off here if you want. So if you don't want to use a micro task bucket, as they call them, then you can do it within the major pieces. Just make sure you actually do go in and break the major pieces down into these micro tasks. So my micro task bucket, again, I wrote all of those out. And the nice thing with task boards like these is you can move things around. So let's say I want to start with my endings. I know exactly how I want each of the storylines to end. I can move that up and say, okay, I'm going to write the endings first, and then I'll write narrative A. I'll add the alternate paths for A, and then I'll write narrative B, or whatever the case may be. You can move those around. And then obviously you've got the up next ones. So I'm actually going to get rid of this one. It's cluttering things up. So you have up next. So let's say that my in progress, I move that one over to, I move writing endings over to in progress. That means what I have up next will be my main narrative line A. So as you go through your game, what I want you to be doing is two things. Number one, this is going to sound a little bit extra, but every 30 minutes to an hour, you need to be saving your game. So that means if you're in Twine, you're going to build it out into that HTML file. You can look on Canvas for those instructions. If you are working in Quest, you're going to go ahead and download it so you have that backup. If you're working in RPG Playground, since that is completely cloud-based and you can't download a backup, what you need to be doing is taking screenshots of where you put the characters, and if you have specific pieces of dialogue that you have that are important to how the game functions, taking screenshots of those. So you're going for the last best quality save, basically. So that's the first thing you should be doing. After you save, you want to change this task board. It's going to keep you on track. It's going to keep you in line with the things you want to do, and it's going to help you prioritize things. Again, we do not have a lot of time for this, so I want to make sure that you're using these as a way to kind of keep that pacing going. Now, do you have to use Microsoft Planner specifically? The answer is no. So some of you have things like Trello or Asana. Anything that lets you do this kind of task board is perfectly fine. So if you don't want to use Planner specifically, that's okay. Now, when you go to turn this in, and these instructions are on the discussion board as well, when you go to turn this in, all you're going to do is take a screenshot of what it looks like, at the end of the day when you're done working, so you don't have to screenshot or you don't have to do this every time you save. But at the end of the day, whatever your last screenshot is of this task board, go ahead and upload that and your file as a reply. So initially, the very first time you do this, and there are examples on Canvas. The first time you do this, you will upload you'll reply to the original thread, so my thread, and you'll upload your screenshot and your HTML file. And then any subsequent time you do it, you're just going to be replying to yourself. So you're replying to your initial response. Again, there are examples of this on Canvas, and please let me know if you need any help.